Assalamu alaikum. A very good morning to all the students. Yesterday we have done the explanation of chapter Baba Yaga of 2 pages, that is page number 54 and page number 55. And I have explained through pictures, and by the end of that I have given the vocabulary words as well. And I have given you the homework that you have to read the chapter thoroughly. Now today we are starting up with page number 56, 57 and half of the page 58. I will recap the yesterday's lecture first, that this is a story about a girl whose name was Karen. She lived with her mother, stepmother and father. Her stepmother was always arguing with her, and one day she said that go to her sister's house who lives in the forest and bring the needle and thread. Karen did not want any trouble, so she decided whatever her stepmother is saying. But before that, she went to her aunt. Karen went to her aunt, and her aunt suggested her that take some things with you so that it will help you out there. Her aunt said that take oil, loaf of bread and slice of meat, which Karen wrapped up in her scarf, and take it. So now let's see what happened next. At last, she came to the house of her stepmother. Or was it? How wrong she was. This was the home of Baba Yaga. Now can you see the picture of that home? This was the home of Baba Yaga. Baba Yaga. Now, who was Baba Yaga? Let me explain. Baba Yaga was a wicked witch and much feared in Russia at that time. If only Karen had known this, she would have never come. If Karen known that before that it must be was a wicked witch and much feared in Russia at that time. If only Karen had known this, she would have never come. If Karen known that before that it must be a witch, she will never ever come over here. She knocked on the front door. It creaked open. An old lady stood and glared at Karen. You can see in the picture that how that old lady was looking at Karen. This was Baba Yaga. Her hair hung down in long, greasy strands. You can see in the picture. Her face, neck, and hands were all wrinkled and white. She looked wicked. Now, as you all know, that your grandmother and grandfather You can see the picture that their hands got wrinkled. Wrinkled means the hands which you are looking at the picture, it's like this wrinkled hand. Yes, so Baba Yaga was looking like this. Baba Yaga sickly smiled and sent a shiver down Karen's spine. Karen explained why she had come. Now Karen told her that why she has come there, because her aunt sent her with the things. Why? Because her stepmother was forcing her to go and get needle and thread. So Karen explained all the things to Baba Yaga. I shall just be a moment, she said, inviting Karen in. Please sit down and wait. The needle and thread are in the shed in the garden. I shall fetch them immediately. Now, what did Baba Yaga said? That needle and thread are in the garden. So, Baba Yaga said to Karen that sit here and wait till he returned. Poor Karen was too scared to sit. The dark room frightened her. You can see in the picture how dark was the room and Karen was sitting alone. She went to the window where there was some light and looked out into the garden. Now Karen was looking out of the window into the garden. As Karen stood there, she heard Baba Yaga say to someone, "Quickly, you stupid girl, heat some water. When it is hot, we shall wash that girl. My supper tonight has just walked in the door." A shrill, wicked cackle made Karen shiver again. Now Karen was so afraid. A shrill, wicked cackle made Karen shiver again. She was so scared. The front door slammed, and Karen saw the old lady hobble away. Who was the lady talking to? Wondered Karen. She decided to find out and hurried out, sitting room and into the kitchen. A maid was pouring water into a large pot hanging over blazing fire. Now Karen was so scared. What did she saw? That the old lady was pouring the water to making it hot. This is not the way, said Karen, taking charge. The fire is too hot. You should cool it down. Now Karen said to the lady who was pouring the water. So she said that this is not the way and you should have cooled the water down. And Karen said that take a sieve with water and pour it gently on the fire, because you can see in the picture how hot the water was. Now you can see the sieve, what Karen was talking about, that pour from the sieve and make it cold. Now, as you can see in the picture, whatever the Karen said to the maid, she started doing that. The maid stared at her but did as she was told. There's that much better, said Karen, coming closer and smiling at her. Then she undid the knot how hot the water was. Now you can see the sieve, what Karen was talking about, that pour from the sieve and make it cold. Now, as you can see in the picture, whatever the Karen said to the maid, she started doing that. The maid stared at her but did as she was told. There's that much better, said Karen, coming closer and smiling at her. Then she undid the knot in her scarf and placed the things her aunt had given her on the table. Remember that her aunt gave her 3 things: oil, loaf of bread, and a slice of meat, which Karen wrapped up in her scarf. So now Karen undid the knot and opened her scarf and take out all the things, and she handed the scarf to the maid. She is giving the scarf to the maid. You can see in the picture. You may have this scarf as a present, said Karen. The maid had never received a present before, and she smiled. The maid got so happy that she is getting a present. She forgot all about heating the water and put the scarf over her head and went to look in a mirror. Can you see in the picture how the maid was happy after covering her head with that scarf which Karen had gifted her, and she started looking at the mirror. This is all for now. Now we will discuss the further on story in the next lecture. I hope you all enjoyed and understand all the things which were given in these 3 pages, 56, 57 and 58 half page we have done. Read your chapter thoroughly from page number 54 till page number 58. Learn the vocabulary words. Make title page in the copy. See you tomorrow. Take care. Allah Hafiz.